I'm Terry Jones, and I'm King Lear.
I'm Eric Idle, and I'm Edmund.
I'm Michael Palin, and I'm Cordelia.
And I'm David Jason, and I am the King of France. The Earl of Gloucester, Edgar, son to the Earl of Gloucester, an old man, a fool, a herald, 3 servants, 4 knights attending the king, and I'm not in this bit.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath.
Then poor Cordelia, but yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
Royal Lear.
All France who stirs, cold Burgundy, Cornwall and Albany, the barbarous Scythian or he who makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite.
But soft, I'm Denise Coffey. What are these strange demented shapes whirling before my leering eyes upon this silvered screen? Fair friends, I cannot face this foolish flannel. There must be something better on the other channel.
This tube is the most awesome goddamn force in the whole godless world. And woe is us if it ever falls into the hands of the wrong people. TV party tonight! TV party tonight! TV party tonight! TV party tonight! We're gonna have a TV party tonight. All right! We're gonna have a TV party, all right! Tonight! We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't wanna know. We're dedicated to our favorite shows. That's incredible! Hill Street Blues! Dallas! Wednesday! No TV party tonight!
Greetings all, I'm Dubious Khan, and welcome into the Idiot Box, where we take a look at television of the past and present and try to figure out where things went so horribly, horribly wrong. Monty Python's Flying Circus. Yes, we all love Monty Python, but...
I feel the time has come to complain about people who make rash complaints without first making sure that those complaints are justified.
Are you referring to me?
Not necessarily. However, I would like to point out that the Balper spokesman was wearing the British Psychiatric Association Dinner Dance Club cufflinks.
Yes, I noticed that too.
These are not British Psychiatric Association Dinner Dance Club cufflinks.
Sorry.
They are, in fact, a British Sugar Corporation Gilbert and Sullivan Society cufflinks. It's, in fact, a sort of in-joke with us lads here at Balper. I think the last speaker should have checked his facts before making his own rash complaint.
Yeah, that'll teach him.
Hey, knock it off! Look, of course we all love Monty Python, but a question that rarely gets asked is what exactly were the members of the British comedy troupe doing before they came together to change the face of television comedy forever? Well, today we're going to answer part of that question. The 6 members of Monty Python, John Cleese, Graham Chapman, Terry Jones, Eric Idle, Michael Palin, and Terry Gilliam, didn't come together whole cloth. However, some of them did work with each other on 2 other shows prior to Flying Circus. John Cleese and Graham Chapman worked on a sketch comedy show produced by David Frost titled At Last, the 1948 Show, while Terry Jones, Eric Idle, and Michael Palin had their own sketch comedy show entitled Do Not Adjust Your Set. Do Not Adjust Your Set ran for 2 seasons, originally from December of 1967 to March of 1968, and then later from February to May of 1969. The show was originally produced by Associated Rediffusion and then later by Thames Television on ITV in the UK. The remaining member of the Pythons, Terry Gilliam, would contribute to the writing of Do Not Adjust Your Set and later provide animations for the 2nd season. Interestingly enough, Do Not Adjust Your Set was originally intended as a sketch comedy program for kids, but the writing and performances on the show gave it a massive crossover appeal to adults as well. In addition to the Pythons, Do Not Adjust Your Set also starred David Jason, best known for his role as the title character on the long-running series A Touch of Frost, and comedian Denise Coffey. For those who are only familiar with the Pythons interacting with each other, this casting and the target audience of the show gives Do Not Adjust Your Set its own unique flavor.
Good night. The lecture today in the series How to Live concerns the problem of eating. In eating, as in everything else, there is a right and a wrong way to set about it. So let us start at the beginning with the approach. Note the confident stride as the eater approaches the table. He pulls the chair out firmly and sits down. Wrong. This is the wrong approach. Let us try it again. He strides to the table, pulls the chair out smoothly, and sits down on the chair. Right. Now he is ready to begin, and we come to the choice of utensil. Arrayed before the eater is a wide variety of utensils, each with its own particular use. The choice of the correct utensil is made carefully and discreetly. And intelligently. Phase 3, the delivery. The utensil is slowly dipped into the food, and with a graceful sweep, the correct amount is carried to the appropriate place. No. 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 The mouth. Right.
In addition to the sketches, the show also relied heavily on music, and a good majority of it was provided by the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, who had achieved minor fame in the UK with a string of novelty records, but it wasn't until they joined the cast of Do Not Adjust Your Set that their fan base broadened considerably. The band played a mix of their own songs.
Here comes the equestrian statue, prancing up and down the square. Little old ladies stop and say, well, I declare.
The occasional cover of someone else's work.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
And a variety of other songs, including... The hell?
So I sent off me photo, hobbies and age, magazine marriage I tried. They say for centuries lovely Japanese girls have been trained in the art of pleasing men. Be lonely, though no vermin destiny's door. Dollar they arrange a meeting.
Oh God. Oh God. Off.
My image.
Okay. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea what the state of race relations were in the UK in 1967. But I would like to think that even though that particular costume choice got approved, somebody at Diffusion Television heard about it, and I sincerely hope they had this reaction.
Good God! You're drunk! And shockingly racist! No one is wearing blackface!
And that is most likely the only way that the Spoony One will ever make a cameo on this program. Anyway, questionable and problematic costume choices aside, one of the problems in reviewing a sketch comedy show is that there's no central character or plot line to form an opinion on. So let's instead focus on the format of the show. Unlike the later Monty Python's Flying Circus, the sketches are not linked together, but still maintain a satiric edge, naturally poking fun at the format of British kids' programming of the time.
And raise them to an altitude of about 12 inches above the top of the desk, making sure that there's no obstruction underneath. Now, by gently moving your fingers apart, release your hold on the pencil. Did you notice what happened? Your pencil fell. Mine did. Did yours? It should have done. If your pencil refuses to fall, something may be wrong. Perhaps you're not letting go hard enough. Right, well, let's all pick up our pencils a second time and let them fall a second time now, just to get an average. Well, why does your pencil fall? It falls because it is attracted by a force. We scientists call this force Gravity. G-R-A-V-Y. Gravity.
Hello. Once a week for the next 14 years, I'm going to elaborate on well-known phrases or sayings in common parlance. Today's phrase is, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. This... Oh!
But there were also sketches that hinted at the type of comedy that audiences could expect to see when Monty Python's Flying Circus premiered in the following year. Things like dealing with the everyday annoyance of insurance salesmen.
Good morning. I'm from the Happy Grin Insurance Agency.
No, thank you.
You know, it's amazing how many people fail to realize the value of insuring their personal property.
No, thank you.
I mean, for example, have you ever managed to misbreak something that you hold dear?
Yeah, that vase cost me 100 quid.
Oh, dear. And if only you'd been properly insured, you could have claimed it all back and more. Now, would you like to fill in the form?
No, I don't want to, no.
Oh, I think you ought to, you know. I mean, just supposing you were to drop your pocket watch, for example, and somebody was to break or tread on it. Or perhaps your wallet was to rip, for example, in a high wind. Now, that would be a disaster, wouldn't it?
Oh, please. I don't need an insurance policy.
Oh, but everybody needs an insurance policy.
Interviewing strange and unusual guests.
Well, we've read a lot in the papers recently about your amazing ability to become invisible at will. First of all, what does it feel like to be invisible? Hello? Mr. Peters? Oh, has anybody seen the Invisible Man?
And bizarre medical conditions.
Come.
Not at all, Mrs. Merriweather. Now, what exactly is the trouble, eh?
Well, it's little Snowy. He's crawled under the sofa there. He won't come out. He won't eat any food, and he's so miserable.
I see. Well, it's probably just a chill he's caught or something. Anyway, let's have a look at the little chap, shall we?
He's under here.
I
Come
see.
along now, Snowy. Come to Mummy. There you are. Don't worry. Nice Mr. Burton, the vet's going to make you all better.
Come on. Ah!
What's the matter?
Oh, you never told me it was a hamster. I thought it was a nice little doggy.
But you're a vet.
I know, but I don't like hamsters. They're all small and creepy, and they don't say anything. And I'm allergic to them.
Oh, come along now. See what a lovely hamster.
No! Oh! Down! Cuckoo! I can feel the allergy coming on. Peeky-boo! Peeky-boo! Boo! Peeky-boo!
Hello? Dr. Figgis? This is Mrs. Merriweather here. Could you come round immediately, please, as quick as you can?
I came as quick as I could.
He's over here. He's got all
Let's
funny.
look at him. Let's have a look at that chap. Oh, you never told me it was the vet. I'm allergic to them.
For the most part, the sketches are very funny and interesting to watch, although there are a few duds. And there seems to be a slightly disturbing recurring gag with the characters Denise Coffey plays not being liked by her male co-stars.
Hello, children and mothers under 5. It's 2:15 and time for Auntie Denise's Fivers Club, introduced as always by Auntie Denise. Hello again, Fivers. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to you for all the lovely presents you've made and sent in to me. Thank you. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a house of cards. It's very easy. All you need is a little patience as you build the cards one on top of the... Well, to save time, I've already built one here in the studio, and here it is. You must be very careful not to jog the table. Another thing we can do with cards is card tricks. Spread the pack out, ask a friend to choose a card, replace it in the pack, and you will be able to tell them which card they chose. Uncle Mikey, I'm going to look away. You choose a card, show it to the children, replace it, and I'll tell you which card you chose. Ready?
Right.
Uncle Mikey chose the Ace of Clubs. Now, you'll be wondering how I knew that. It's very...
However, I I don't think this was intentionally sexist. More, I think they were just going for the joke and trying to satirize the nature of children's live television at the time. Additionally, if you watch the existing episodes of this series, you'll see that all 5 members of the Do Not Adjust Your Set cast end up being the joke pretty much equally.
Could you tell us where you have been every August for the last 29 years?
At Manchester.
Oh, I see. And why Manchester?
Well, the beach huts there are much cheaper, and you don't get sand in your shoes, and we have a lovely little place just next to the station, but mainly I think we go there because we love the sea.
Yes, I know, but Manchester's 40 miles from the sea.
Yes, it is convenient, isn't it?
Well, I hope you enjoy your trip.
Like a lot of sketch comedy shows, there were a few recurring characters. Denise Coffey's eternally suffering Miss Pringle, and Michael Palin's deranged French cooking class instructor, for example.
Let down your hair, Miss Pringle. Take off your glasses.
This is the little chap. Looks delicious, eh? And cuts wonderfully easily. Oh. I wish you could smell it. It's perfectly formed. The crystals in the middle here are beautifully tenderized. But now, for the big moment. Bon appetit.
Before our next program, which is after our last program, we're going to play you some music.
Oh, no, you won't.
Oh, later, but not now. Now, in fact, we return to Ivor Clarke's cookery class. Well, that was the last in the series of Ivor Clarke's cookery classes. He'll be elsewhere in the autumn. Letters and vegetables should be sent to his restaurant. And now I'd like to play you a short piece of music. I'd like to, but I've never learned to play a musical instrument, and he's gone to the great delicatessen in the sky. I don't know what to do it all.
But there was one segment that ran throughout every episode of the series and proved to be the biggest hit. Captain Fantastic. Filmed and written in the style of old movie serials, Captain Fantastic featured David Jason as the titular hero who dealt with a variety of strange and bizarre adventures defending England from a variety of threats, most notably the diabolical Mrs. Black, the most evil woman in the world.
Could she have lost her way? Because I definitely lost mine. But according to my umbrella, this must be the place. There was something fishy going on. Suddenly I detected an almost imperceptible clue. It was her. Aha! Ow! It was painfully obvious I had jumped to the wrong conclusion.
The Captain Fantastic segments are easily the best part of Do Not Adjust Your Set. They're funny, exciting, and despite the sheer insanity the story is based on, you genuinely want to see what happens next. In fact, when the first serial came to an end in the first season, the studio audience was genuinely disappointed that the adventure had come to an end.
So, our story ends. Well played, Fantastic. Whenever the world is threatened, we know that you'll be there. Don't ring us, we'll ring you.
In fact, Captain Fantastic was so popular that it was rebroadcast on the Thames Television kids series Magpie once Do Not Adjust Your Set had been cancelled. And speaking of cancelled, sadly, Do Not Adjust Your Set, much like a lot of British TV shows of the time, was a victim of the policy of destroying the tapes after the episodes had been aired. Of Season 1, only 9 of the 14 episodes exist, and Season 2, well, there's only one episode that's intact, and a Christmas special from the same season. However, the salvation of most of Season 1 means that both the beginning and the end of the Captain Fantastic serial is still there, even though chunks of it are missing from the middle. But new viewers can watch and still get a sense of closure on where the story went. Mildly subversive and anarchic, Do Not Adjust Your Set is a fun show with amusing sketches and songs. If you can get past the problems presented by the performance of Look Out, There's a Monster Coming in the second episode, you'll enjoy the music of the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, and if you love old movie serial-style stories, you'll love the adventures of Captain Fantastic. David Jason and Denise Coffey are excellent co-stars and bring a new flavor to the humor of Jones, Idle, and Palin. While not as surreal or adult-oriented as Monty Python's Flying Circus, it's still one of the finest offerings of British sketch comedy of the mid-60s. A few years ago, Tango Entertainment released the 9 existing episodes of Do Not Adjust Your Set on DVD. These episodes are also available on Music One's YouTube channel, and as far as I can tell, it's a legit release. So if you're interested in the history of Monty Python and you want to see where the seeds of that kind of comedy got planted, I recommend you check this series out. It's a lot of fun, and you'll enjoy it. Oh, and don't worry, I do have plans to look at last the 1948 show sometime in the future. I'm Dubious Khan. Join me next time for another trip into the Idiot Box.
Nobody knows where he comes from. Nobody knows where he goes. He's got 10 fantastic fingers and 10 fantastic toes. He's a man, he's a superman. Nobody can tame him. He's a man, he's a supermarket man, and this is what they name him. They call him Captain Fantastic. Captain Fantastic. With your ball of hands and your plastic Mac and your umbrella for action. Captain Fantastic. Captain Fantastic. Captain Fantastic.
Hello?
We are not happy, Mr. Ramen Muncher.
Who is this?
This ampersand, semicolon, hyphen, and bracket.
Oh, right, sorry, Mr. Ampersand. I've been kinda busy.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, because there is injustice afoot, sir. As if it wasn't bad enough that Kill Kill is being released in a dub in North America, but they have the gall to charge $30 for a disc with only 4 episodes on it.
Yes, very despicable, I'm sure. However...
And then, the people hosting the premiere of Sailor Moon Crystal decide to exclude men from attending the premiere party unless they're with a woman. That's so infuriating. It's not like it's My Little Pony or something.
I'm sure it's very upsetting, however...
It's the principle of the thing. This kind of flagrant disrespect to the fans of...
Mr. Ramen Muncher!
No.
We did not go to all the trouble of providing you with Dubious Khan's broadcast frequency, the means to interrupt it, and a considerable sum of money for you to interrupt his videos twice and simply leave it at that.
Well, yeah, but he didn't start broadcasting again for a month after that. I thought he'd give it up. I mean, that's what you wanted, right? For him to get so annoyed that he'd stop making videos?
No, Mr. Ramen Muncher. That is precisely the opposite of what we want.